that the security leaving urban jungle, they said?
Ted Molter, that's T-E-D-M-O-L-T-E-R. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here with the San Diego Zoo.
Tell us what happened, how you got it done.
Well, first of all, thank you for your interest in the safety and welfare of our animals. Of course, that's first and most important to us. So what happened is one of our young koalas, actually he was born in 2012, so this is a young male. He's coming into springtime. He is learning new things about himself. So he was getting a little exploratory. He left the exhibit and was found in a tree nearby. We've been monitoring him all day, and the good thing about that is an animal like a koala spends a lot of time sleeping. So he found a spot, he was comfortable, relaxed throughout most of the day. Our keepers monitored him until later on today when we could send up a keeper that's familiar to him in a cherry picker or a lift type device. They retrieved him from the tree. He's been moved up to our veterinary care center. He's been evaluated, he's in good shape, he's in good condition, there's really no worries there. And they'll release him back to the exhibit when they're comfortable, and they have no issue with that. In addition to that, of course, we're going to go through the exhibit. Now, mind you, this is a new facility. We just opened it up to the public, the Australian Outback. We opened it around Memorial Day last year. So it's new to us, it's new to the animals. Sometimes animals will test the parameters of that. We learned something today, we'll evaluate that and make sure that that's not an issue that we have to tend to again. But the keepers are with those animals all the time. They monitor their activities, and we're confident we'll be able to make sure that's a secure habitat for the animals going forward. In terms of the animal itself, of course, safety was number one. We felt secure where it was and that we did have qualified staff monitoring it. And we do have experience with these animals in their homeland of Australia. In fact, we've been involved in a project with koalas on St. Bees Island. And so we have staff members that have been involved in retrieving koalas from trees in their natural habitat, and we've put monitoring devices on them to study them in their habitat. So this was a process that we were familiar with, so we had every confidence that the animal was going to be retrieved and retrieved safely, which was the case here this evening. Right. Now, I mean, there was really no danger to any of our guests. There wasn't danger to other animals. And for all intents and purposes, it really wasn't a danger to this animal as long as it was being monitored. We just wanted to make sure that we had a good, safe opportunity to retrieve him from the tree, get him back in the care of the keepers and the veterinary staff, and then return him to the habitat when everything's settled up and secure. But again, this is a young animal. We have 22 koalas in our colony, a combination of males and females. It's the largest koala colony outside of Australia. It's something that is a privilege for us to have and share with the citizens here in San Diego. In fact, with a number of other zoos around the country. Koalas that you see in other places around the United States are actually part of this extended family here in San Diego.
Any theories how he got out?
He's a young koala that's coming into springtime. He's very interested in what being an adolescent koala at a very young age is all about. So he's just testing boundaries. You know, really hard to predict the where and wherefores for animals in particular, but from what we know about their behavior, that's really what we're looking at with a young male like this. Some might surmise he's just trying to get a better view of the girls, but we can't really say for sure. He moved outside the enclosure. It has a low perimeter around it with climbing structures. We don't know specifically exactly what his route to get out was, but we'll be looking at all of those. But again, a climbing animal, that's a possibility. He might have been able to get across something that connected. And we do have trees that are an active part of the landscape that are growing. We do maintain them. They're pruned, and in fact, a lot of the trees that you see growing here on grounds are used as part of our browse program. It's plants material that are eucalyptus, it's bamboo, a lot of other fruit trees that we grow and actively cut and prune to feed to our animals here at the facility. So it's a living collection in the truest sense of the word. You know, I don't know. I don't know if we have anything that we've recorded that we could share. We can we can validate that for you and let you know. But right now, I think the big thing for us was to make sure we gave the keepers and the animal care staff the opportunity, access to go up and safely remove the animal from the tree that it's been spending most of the day in today.
Pronounce the animal's name.
Mundu. Is that correct? Yes. Let me verify that, so we've got a second opinion. Yes, Mundu. Something I'm sure we're all going to remember for a little while.
So as far as animals getting out of their enclosures, kind of a success story.
Yeah, successful for the koala and for us. So I think on 2 counts. Yeah. I guess a good time to use that phrase. We've heard from Australia. He went on a little bit of a walkabout today.
What parts of the park, or can you kind of describe what exactly was closed or how it was closed down?
The facility was open all day today. I don't believe that we closed down any of the facility. The other koalas, of course, there's 22 animals in that facility. The other 21 were still on exhibit and in the places that they were supposed to be. We just had this one exception. And again, our keeper staff monitored his whereabouts all day long once we discovered that he wasn't where he needed to be.